If you want to score 1450 or higher on the SAT, it is imperative that you know the trick that I'm going to show you today. And we're going to be looking at one of what we consider a hard question on the SAT, and it stumps a lot of students. And so I'm going to show you the long way, but I'm also going to show you a trick. So stick around. So let's look at the question together. So the question says, if x plus 1 squared is equal to 4 and x minus 1 squared is equal to 16, what is the value of x? And a lot of students may get tripped up on this. And so some of us are also prone to jump to algebra. So let's do the algebra of it first. So whenever you see something like this, my first notion to say is, well, we're trying to get x. So let's solve each of these parentheses or each of these equations to see what is the value of x. So the first one, we have x plus 1 squared is equal to 4. Now, whenever you want to get a variable out and something is being squared, we have to take the square root, right? And so the square root cancels the square, and so we have what? X plus 1 is equal to 2. Not quite. A lot of students do this on the SAT, but don't forget, whenever you take the square root, we have plus or minus, okay? Now, what are we going to do here? Well, we have two possible solutions. So we can subtract 1 from both sides. And so this means then x is going to be equal to positive 2 minus 1, or x is going to be equal to negative 2 minus 1. So here x is either 1 or x is either negative 3. So these are our two possible solutions. And both of them are a possibility. So we cannot just select one of these because remember, it has to be a solution for both of these equations. So let's look at the second one. And so we have what? X minus 1 squared is equal to 16. So again, we're going to take the square root of both sides. And so we have x minus 1 is equal to what? Plus or minus 4. And again, we're going to here add 1 to both sides. So either x is going to be 4 plus 1, or x is going to be equal to negative 4 plus 1. And so here we have x is 5, and here we have what? Negative 3. What do you notice? These are the same. And so then, since these are the same, this is the solution that satisfies both equations. So my answer is negative 3. So you may be wondering, well, what is the trick? And a lot of students may already know this, but if you don't, we're going to learn it today. So the trick is we work backwards. We plug and chug. For questions like these, the algebra may take us a while. I didn't really time this. Let's say maybe 3 to 4 minutes is what it took us. And so, of course, I'm going to bring out my handy dandy Desmos. So let me go ahead and share my Desmos screen. And so remember, whenever you are doing questions at home and you are practicing with Desmos, you want to make sure that you are going to www.desmos.com/practice, okay? Because that is where the Desmos calculator that you will see on the SAT will be, okay? Alrighty, so the first equation was, I believe, x minus 1 squared, and I'm going to check it, is equal to 4. But let me just double check to make sure that that is what it was. No, it's x plus 1. Okay, so let's go back. So it's x plus 1 squared is equal to 4. And we have x minus 1 squared is equal to 16. Okay? And so these are the solutions that these are the equations that we had. And so what you could do now, using your Desmos calculator, you can plug and chug. So option A was negative 3. Okay? So what I'm going to do is plug negative 3 in for both of these. And so, well, once you can see here, right, And actually, you don't even have to come to Desmos if I'm being really honest with you. But you want it to be like the same line. And so we would have to probably go all the way in to see it. But whatever it is, you want to just solve it to see what would happen if this is on your SAT and you're plugging and chugging. So we actually can just go back and do the algebra ourselves. So if you look here, you can see that -3 plus 1 is 2, or -2, and if you square -2, that will give you 4, right? And you can see here that negative, and so we can just like remove the answers. You can see that it's 4. Here you can see that it will be 16, and that is what we're looking for. So our solution is in fact A, right? And the other answer choices, let me look at it. We had other answer choices. So we had -1, 1, 3, and 5. And if you were to plug those in, let's see, -1, that one is 0. So you already see that that doesn't satisfy the equation. You have -1, 0, you have 5. So really, you can actually stop. In the interest of time, you can actually stop to see. But once you've plugged in, plug in back and backwards, working backwards, plug in and chug in, and you see that you got your answer in the first choice, you're done. You don't have to keep going, right? So yes, plugging in your solutions as a variable, since it's there anyway, is a really neat trick that you can use. And you can also still use Desmos to help you solve that question. But I'm a Desmos girl, and that is what I promote. Use Desmos if you have it. If you didn't have it back in the day, you have it, use it at your disposal. All right, so I hope you found this video very helpful, and all kudos to you as you're getting ready and preparing to take the SAT. I wish you all the best. On this channel, we're aiming to help students bridge the wealth gap by helping them get scholarships fully funded to go to their dream school. If you know anyone who is trying to do that, do like, share, and subscribe. And until next time,